Hello and welcome to my new series on the channel, where we are going to do some incredibly difficult Planet Coaster 2 challenges. Let's start this series with the first challenge. Here we go. Hello everyone and welcome to my new series, the Planet Coaster Challenge. This whole series, yes, as I've just said, is themed to a challenge, and today's challenge is I've got to build a roller coaster which has to be under 50 foot and can't go underground. So I can't just do an Alton Towers and go underground. It's got to be sub 50 foot with no underground. How am I going to make a thrilling coaster under 50 foot? I'm going to start by using the Smiler. No, not the Smiler, the Infinity Coaster trains. Well, not the trains, but the track style, because I think this is probably going to be my only way to do it with a launch. And then gonna edit the station length, and then I'm gonna probably go into a launch, and then maybe into like a slight drop into an Immelman maybe. I don't know how it's gonna work though. On the Altimax sit down 4-seater. There we go. Although I could actually do, if I use the Altimax hydraulic standard, I could do something like Maverick at Cedar Point. That seems doable. It would have to be quite a small Maverick though. Okay, so I'll get to work with building Maverick, but it's tiny. I'm also going to change a setting quickly, which, no power, no. Right, apply changes. Here we go. Well, oh geez, that's 50 foot there. I have a feeling that's 52, that's 51. That's the smallest track segment. That's 50, that is 50 foot tall. Jeez, that's so small. How am I going to make this where it doesn't go underground? It's just going to have no speed. It's going to have no speed. It's not going to even be able to have a beyond vertical drop like Maverick does. I guess I'll be back in a second as we'll time-lapse for a minute. First test run, I'll just do an orbit cam. Again, checking those vertical G's. Oh, it'll be fine over there. And literally that drop happens in about 3 seconds. Oh, you lose so much speed through there, don't you? Through there. I mean, it works. I'll be back in a minute when I try and figure out how to make this work. You join me back now on the sub 100 foot coaster. As you see, we're going into another inversion. So I kind of wanted this to be like a bit like Maverick's kind of double inversion turn kind of thing. And I think I'm going to go on a really tall triangle camelback, it seems. Yeah, that still runs quite quick over that. So maybe if I go for something a bit less sharp. Something which will still throw you out your seat though. That's the whole goal of this ride, is to literally just throw you out your seat. probably doing a second launch now. I think it's probably time to do a second high-speed launch. Right, I'll profile after this launch, and I'll be back in a second. Yes, welcome back. As you can see, I've done even more work now, and I'm kind of coming around into a probably third launch now. It's going to be a long ride. I'm trying to get as much out of this 50-foot coaster. So this is what I've done so far. I've got a probably around 50-mile-per-hour launch. Drops down into quite an intense turn, up into a nice little stall. Pop up into an outer bank kind of thing, pop up into a small hill, dip down into two nicely banked turns, come round for another turn, and then hit another launch. That's what I've got so far, at least. We're going to check all the launch speeds now. And I will rejoin you in a second after I've fixed all the launch speeds. Return of the Maverick roll. There you go. As you can see there, the return of the Maverick roll on this coaster. We are now going to go and smooth the ride. So this is going to be interesting to see how much does this change. We'll start with this section. So I see you after the smoothing. Hello and welcome back. The coaster is now finished. The layout at least. See some shots of the layout now. Show you what I've kind of done with it. So what it kind of does is it starts with that section where it goes up that lift hill through some S-bends into a corkscrew. It then comes round up over an airtime hill, comes down through this kind of, through an outer banked airtime hill there, then comes round a turnaround, through a corkscrew, up over an airtime hill, through an S-bend, up over another airtime hill, down a launch, up through this crazy kind of profiled kind of outer bank airtime hill, through that really intense turn, through a stall which snaps back into itself, probably going to change the profile in there to be honest, over another snappy hill, over a snappy hill, into two snappy S-curves, into a launch, into a really snappy kind of turn up into a trimmed hill, where it flies over the top of that, gave you some lovely negatives and positives at the bottom, through then a corkscrew, into the helix, which probably needs some smoothing, up down into a roll, down here, come round up down into that Maverick Heartline roll, up over, the end section does definitely need some smoothing, but layout wise it's done, and I'll see you after the smoothing and theming. Welcome to the final product for the park. This coaster is the 50-foot challenge, and I've just remembered I have broken a rule. Yes, I have to tell you, but I've decided that I'm going to break the rule on camera. I said I wasn't allowed to do any terrain work. I don't think I've done anything too substantial, like the track doesn't go underground. It's just so that you don't get killed underground. I'm pretty sure the rule I said is the track can't go underground. I'm probably wrong. I might not be, so I'm just going to pretend like that was the rule I made and hope for the best it was. If it wasn't, prove me wrong in the comments. But there is that one section where the track has to go underground just so you don't get your heads chopped off. But now we can see the end result test. Here we go. Here we are, dispatching. We climbed that first lift hill up to literally dead on 50 foot tall. We dot down, come round two little curves, over a huge kind of corkscrew into a nice outer bank, very snappy through there. Come up, do a nice little corkscrew up over an airtime hill. Come drop down, do one snap to the right, snap to the left, over a hill. Wow, that feels insane, that airtime there. Pop down, launch away, high speed through there. We'd come over, do a little curve there, do a little less curve. Snap down, come up, over, drop over, up another hill. This is a long ride. Through the S-curves now, more S-curves, this thing has so many S-curves, through the lovely snappy high G turn, up, over, through the trims, over the top of that second one, through the corkscrew, up into the helix. We drop down through the helix, a bit slow, but didn't want it to overspeed at the end here really. We dip down, go through a corkscrew, kind of low to the ground corkscrew, snap round, then do that Maverick Heartline roll. We then pop up over a nice slow outer bank. Funny odd profiling into the brake run as we pop into the brake run, yes, with the really funny shaped brake run. So that is the 50-foot challenge complete, I would say. Quite happy with that, to be honest, as a coaster. 50 foot's not really anything to work with, so doing that I'm really happy. Right, thank you so much for watching the 50-foot challenge video. I will see you in the future. Bye bye now.